Real estate agents, look, your time is by far the most important thing that you have, and you can't afford to waste it dealing with unqualified prospects that don't actually need your help. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to skyrocket your lead quality, and I promise you, if you implement what's in this video, you will be able to focus on the $1,000 plus hourly tasks by only dealing with genuine buyers and genuine sellers, while your competition will be out chasing unqualified prospects. So let's jump into it. So how do we make sure that you actually get good lead quality and end up saving time? So first point is be honest and transparent in your marketing. So set clear expectations of what's going on. Look, I'm going to show you something that you've probably seen before. So see if this looks familiar. I call it the bait and switch approach. Almost every single agent running Facebook ads is doing this. So basically what happens is their prospects will see a Facebook ad, they'll click learn more to get their home evaluated because the ad says, get your home evaluated now. But after they submit their information, they don't get a home price. Then an unusual number, which is the agent, ends up calling them and then starts asking questions about the property and them themselves. Now, the prospect is like, who's this? And even if they are actually a seller, they will still not trust you because you kind of lied to them in the front end because you set the expectations of, hey, look, you'll get your home evaluated now. But what ends up happening is they don't. So they kind of lose trust with you right then and there as well. Then say that you are good at sales and you can actually get through the door. That person might not even be qualified because this type of ad simply attracts the wrong type of people. When you say get your home evaluated now, you're attracting people that are bored on a Friday night. So one, sellers will lose trust with you. Plus, now you'll have unqualified people coming into your CRM. So even if you do follow up and you do actually get through the door, you will lose time on that. So even if you do get through the door, waste of time, no point in really doing it. Plus, if they are a seller and they will sell eventually, it's kind of hard to get them to sign up when you lied to them from the first start of your relationship. Look, whenever people do this, they get really cheap leads because it's very clickbaity. They get tons of leads for a cheap cost, but it's not good quality. And let's be honest, that just wastes everyone's time. So this is how to actually fix that. So improve your expectations. So if you're running an ad, simply create a visual that improves the expectation. So what we do is we run video ads. So basically just put an ad of the agent being like, hey, look, this is name, or even just call out the area. Be like, Morton Bay. Do you want to see what your home is worth in today's market? Click learn more and I'll personally send you an evaluation straight to your phone. So right then and there, you are setting the expectation of what's going to happen. So any lead that does come into the pipeline is someone that wants to meet with you. There's someone that has agreed, okay, I'll speak to this agent. So the lead quality goes up right away. Plus, anyone who's bored on a Friday night, they don't want to speak with an agent in a couple of days. They simply just want instant dopamine. So this way you weed out anyone that's just bored on a Friday night and only get people that want to speak to an agent and you yourself appraise their property. So this way you don't let any tire kickers come into your CRM. So KPI for this is $30 to $45 leads if you are going to run this on your own. If it goes above $45 leads, you're probably doing something wrong and it's time to switch it up. So next is improve expectations through your ad copy. So look at this. So instead of saying get home valuation now or instantly get valuation, don't say that. You're just going to set up the wrong expectations. Say something like click learn more and I'll personally send you a free market appraisal straight to your phone. Here's actually a free piece of ad copy. Feel free to take it, honestly. Just take a screenshot, copy it, whatever. So if you see what I'm doing here is I'm just setting expectations and only appealing to my ideal client avatar. So I'm saying right from the get-go, most homeowners in location are on the fence about selling right now. Right away, I am talking about selling because I don't want people that are just curious. So I immediately put selling in the conversation so it only appeals to a certain type of demographic. And it's the same thing that you should do. Then also put like, hey, look, just being honest, I will reach out to you and personally evaluate your property. That is the best way to set expectations. You build trust because you're literally delivering on what you say you're going to do. And you weed out all the tire kickers. Just being honest, being upfront. Now, okay, keep in mind, these leads will be a little bit more expensive, but they're so much more worth it, especially if you value your time. Next is, okay, this is my favorite, qualification questions. So if you're running basic lead forms just to get their info, you're a dinosaur basically. You'll get cheap leads, but you're losing out on time. So what I like to do is just implement qualification questions like this. So one question I implement is, if the value of your home was favorable, how soon would you consider selling? So they will put one of these anywhere from 1 to 12 months or 12 months plus. Then what is the full address of your property? And are you the owner of the property? Now, check this out. This is where the fun starts. So I set these questions up, then I implement DQs. So I disqualify anyone that wants to sell 12 plus months down the line. I only want to deal with people that want to actually transact within the year. I don't deal with anyone that's not a homeowner. Check this out. So if you see what I'm doing two things. One, only people that will actually transact in the year will come into my pipeline. They will only be homeowners. Now I'm also training the paid ads algorithm, whether it's Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, or Google. Be like, hey, look, these are the type of people I want to deal with. This just trains the algorithm, so your ads will get shown to people that actually want to sell. So I actually recommend putting a message if you unqualify someone. So if someone presses 12 plus months or no, just leave a message after being, thank you for the time for taking the time to try and submit the survey. We're at capacity right now. Please come back at a later date. Now, KPI for DQ questions, which is disqualification questions, are $50 to $150. They are expensive, but they work so much better than having to sift through hundreds of leads. Now, next is warming up the leads. So you can only truly find out if a lead is a seller if they trust you. We've seen it hundreds of times where we get sellers, but they simply they lie about it to start because they're just starting out, right? So what we do to basically break that barrier is we warm them up. So we use videos on the back end. So after they submit the lead form, they qualify, we redirect them to a page just like this, where we simply introduce ourselves, show what we've done, show how we can help them, show just client results, stuff like that. And so the main purpose here is just to be like, hey, look, like I'm actually here to help. That's the main thing. A side bonus of it is now they actually recognize you. Now you've built some touch points because now they recognize your voice. You can even put your phone number or email that you'll be contacting them with so they can actually expect you to reach out. So it's not cold anymore as you start to warm them up. So I highly, highly recommend this on the back end. It makes the biggest difference. I've seen clients that don't want to do videos, clients that actually do go out and film the videos. The lead quality is always much, much better when you actually go out and film the videos. Now, the last part is a why now question. I'm a big fan of doing pre-qualification calls. Time is literally the only thing you have that you cannot get back. So I like pre-qualifying people. So basically what I would do here in this situation, when we used to set appointments for our agents, we would start a conversation. We would ask about the property, how long they've lived there for, and then we would transition into, oh, wow, well, so why now? Basically, what you do is if they say, look, yeah, we've lived here for 5 years, then you say, oh, wow, 5 years. I'm kind of curious. So like, why now after basically living here 5 years? What made you want to get your home evaluated? This just gives you insight into what they're thinking. Why do they actually want to get their place evaluated? Are they thinking of selling? Are they just bored and want to get a price update? This will clearly say whether their intentions are to transact or not. So I highly, highly recommend, even if you do all of these on the front end, still do a qualification call. It doesn't hurt to keep on qualifying a lead. Obviously, don't annoy them, but qualification is not a bad thing. So I highly recommend, even after they book their own appointment, still do a qualification call where you kind of just figure out where their head is at. Look, I promise if you implement these 4, your lead quality will go up and you will stand a mile away from everyone else because no one is doing this. No one is doing DQs. No one is putting thank you videos in the back end. And most importantly, no one is being honest with their marketing. But yeah, that is how to improve your lead quality.